Welcome, Taurus. These will be your messages for July or thereabouts. Time is flexible, but this will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's start with opening messages. And the opening messages will be followed by weekly messages, week by week, and then additional messages. And I will timestamp them in case any time during the month you want to come back and look at a particular week or section. Okay, so only one card jumped out for your opening message, but let's see what it is. I can't see, it's face down right now. Okay. You have the Eight of Cups. Interesting, Taurus. Oh, before we get into that, Taurus, I just want to say thank you for joining me here at my channel, High Priestess Influence, and I really do appreciate all of your love and support. It's amazing, and let's get into your messages. Okay, so the Eight of Cups, Taurus. So now, I have two different feelings here. Some of you are ready for a big change, and you are ready to move on, but some of you, I sense, are experiencing some resistance to moving forward, to making a change. And I feel like for many of you, there is some real opportunity to make a big change. Now, this is the Eight of Cups. Eight is the number of power, Taurus, and you are a powerful sign. You know, when you put your mind to something, you know, you get it done. And I'm really feeling here that many of you are ready to make a big change, to leave something that no longer serves you behind and move forward in your power, right? Of course, Taurus, you want to trust your inner guidance. You want to trust your inner knowing, to know that the timing is right, that it is the right move. But I'm feeling for a lot of you that you know this change, this move is right for you. And again, with this Eight, I'm feeling real power here. Like a power grab, a power move, something like that. You know, it'll mean something different to each of you. I'm sensing for some of you it is career related, and for some of you it's relationship related, and not even necessarily romantic relationship. You know, some of you might have a friend or family member who no longer serves you and is like bringing you down, and walking away from that person would be a power move. You would feel powerful. It would bring you to your power. And again, for others, I think it's leaving a job situation in favor of another. In other words, it feels like it's time. You know, and it just struck me here that we're in a universal year of 4, you know, and 4 is a year for solidifying foundations and kind of like setting the stage for, you know, the next several years. So that just came to me. So I'm thinking that may be significant for some of you, that whatever it is that you are leaving behind or considering leaving behind, it is in order to set the stage for the next few years. Okay? So try to release the resistance and allow the knowing to come in, to know what the right move is, to know when the time is right. Okay? Try to relax into the possibilities of a big move, a big change. Okay, and Some of you actually might be moving. It might be a really big move for you because some of you might be changing locations possibly for your job. When I say changing locations, I mean not just your work location. You might be moving away, moving out of your home, your residence. So that would make the move even, more significant. And that may even be where the resistance, for those of you who are feeling the resistance, you might be resistant to a new job because it will cause you to move away from where you live now. Okay, but that's obviously not everyone. So anyway, making a move in your power, and really I'm feeling relaxing, meditating, and allowing the inspiration to move you. Okay, so that is your opening message, and it may be a big theme for some of you in this 4-week time period. So let's see what we have for the first week for our amazing Taurus friends. So what do we have for Taurus for approximately the first week in July? It could be the first week, the first 10 days. It could, the energies are fluid. It'll be different for each of you. So you have 3 cards that jumped out here. So these first 2 were kind of together, and then this last one jumped out as almost like an afterthought. So in this first week here, Taurus, we have another 8. We have another 8, another number of power. But in this case, you're holding yourself back. I think I feel like you're going back and forth in your head about a big decision, which may be this move. And it's like you're keeping yourself trapped in indecision. The clarity isn't coming easily because you're not allowing it. Yeah, I do understand, Taurus, when big decisions are in front of us, big moves potentially, there's that tendency to get caught up in the physical only. And what I mean by that is the human experience only, and not take into consideration the spiritual side, not looking at the big picture, which is you in your true non-physical spiritual self, who came here, your eternal self, who came here once again for a human experience, and to your inner being, to your higher self, your true self, your spirit, whatever you want to call it. This excursion onto planet Earth isn't even that big a deal. But to the human side of us, all these things are a big deal. And that's how we end up holding ourselves back, by not recognizing the larger part of ourselves. So what's going on here is that you're basically blocking the manifestation that you desire here with the 8 of Swords energy. Is kind of like it's keeping things the same. So in other words, you would feel a lot more powerful. I mean, you are powerful. You are a powerful creator. We all are. But what you're doing right now is creating more of the same, right? Because you're caught up in your head with these self-limiting beliefs, this self-limiting self-talk is what I'm really feeling here. And so you are not recognizing how powerful you are, because when you get stuck like a broken record in your head, thinking the same things and expecting the same things, then you keep manifesting the same things here with this magician energy. You're manifesting, but you're just manifesting the same. And in this case, I feel like it's indecision. And the guidance here, if you recognize this in yourself, the guidance here is for you to release all of that negativity, all of that self-talk. Release it, relax, recognize your power. Recognize that what you think about matters. Every creation begins with a thought. And thoughts have vibrations just like everything else. So if you're having self-limiting thoughts, then you're attracting the essence of those self-limiting thoughts to you. If you are having wonderful, positive thoughts, a patting yourself on the back thoughts, a recognizing your worthiness and your power, if you're having those thoughts, then you're attracting or manifesting the essence of those thoughts. It is an attractive, magnetic universe. So your thoughts matter, and you're preventing yourself from manifesting desired experiences, desired outcomes with your self-limiting self-talk and your beliefs. Those ingrained beliefs that need to kind of be replaced, basically. Now, the Ace of Wands, like I said, it kind of jumped out separately from these. And I'm really feeling here that there is the potential for a new journey forward. Now, I did sense that some of you, might be leaving a job or a relationship in favor of another. It could be related to that. But I'm feeling here that there is the potential for a huge spiritual jump, big expansion in your beliefs, Taurus. So I'm kind of going to repeat what I just said and try to explain it either in more detail or in a different way. If you are finished with this week's message, feel free to go to the timestamp and move on to week 2. But I do feel that some of you, Taurus, might want more information or a refresher or something on what I just said, because I feel like for some of you, this could be a really big jump in your spiritual expansion, understanding that will serve you really well and allow you to be easier about your life and manifest more of your desires. I feel like you're doing really well, but I'm also sensing resistance. So again, some of you might want to move on to week 2. There are timestamps in the description box and in the comments. So go to it. So for those of you who want to hear more. Okay, Taurus, you are an earth sign. So it makes sense that you are very, very focused on earthly manifestations, the things you see in front of you, the things you hear, see, the tangible things that you experience with your 5 senses, right? But it would serve you well to recognize the non-physical aspects of you and the universe. And again, it is a magnetic, attractive universe. Everything has vibration, has energy that it emits out into the world. Every object, every person, every thought, every feeling, every word. And I'm feeling that some of you need to spend more time recognizing that part of life, that part of yourself, and pull back from only focusing on what is, on the five senses experience. Because when you are focused only what is right in front of your face, what you're experiencing, that's where your vibration is. You're focused on that, you're thinking about that, you're expecting that, and you keep manifesting the same experience over and over and over. What you want to do is recognize the power of your thoughts, of your feelings, your emotions. Okay, so you have, let's just make it almost like a simple equation. You have a thought. Your thought becomes an emotion. And your emotion becomes a vibration. So that's really simplifying it, but that's really kind of all it is, right? I think of something. Ooh, if it's fun and it makes me feel good, then it makes me, that happy emotion emits a vibration that is high and happy. And then I attract to me situations and people that match that happy, high vibration. If the thought is negative and the emotion is, upsetting or sad or just like a bad mood, I put out a lower vibration and I attract the essence of that vibration to me. It really is that simple. But you also have to remember that thoughts attract thoughts. So if I have a negative thought, then chances are my next thought is going to be negative, and the next one's going to be negative, and the next, and the next, and the next, because the vibration of the original thought attracts all the other ones. And it's same with a positive thought. And you know how if you start thinking of something negative and then it just keeps going, it festers and grows and what have you. It's the same with positive thoughts too. If you think of something positive and you're feeling really good, you can keep that vibration going and attract more positive thoughts to you. And then you emit positive vibrations out into the world. And it's really important to catch yourself thinking these negative, self-limiting thoughts, talking yourself down, having low expectations, believing in, negative, that negative things will happen. Because you don't always live in the negative, and you don't always live in the positive. We're such a mixture. When we're not paying attention, we're such a mixture. Sometimes that mixture, it tends to be more low, sometimes it tends to be more high, but basically it's a mixture, and that's why our experiences don't change all that much from day to day. But you can be deliberate about your thinking, and that's basically the bottom line here, is be deliberate about your thoughts, care about how you feel, and raise the vibration so that you can be this magician in the positive sense and manifest more desirable experiences. And so you can allow this Ace of Wands, to like take off. I feel like this is the start of a spiritual journey for some of you. I love this energy, and I feel like it's just the beginning. I feel like you are going to become more and more in touch with your power, my beautiful Taurus friends. Okay, that was a lot of time spent on week 1, but I think it was important for some of you. So let's move on to week 2. Okay, Taurus, the cards have been reshuffled for week 2. Oh, and you have one card that jumped out. All right. And it jumped too. It really jumped. You have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so we were just talking in week 1 about a spiritual journey, and the number 7 is really, really like the most spiritual of the numbers, because it often involves, people who are, let's say, life path 7s, or even somebody like me. I'm not a life path 7. But I'm a life path 11, but I have my other 3 core numbers. My birth date is 7. My other 3 core numbers are 7s. And people with this number tend to want spiritual answers, want, we tend, even scientific kind of answers sometimes, scientific analytic, always looking things up, researching, but we tend to want the answers of like the universe. We want more and more and more understanding of life and how things work. And it's not a religious thing. It's really like just wanting that deep spiritual connection and understanding and knowing. And so you have this 7 of Cups here. So you know what? This is about options here. You have options. And I feel like you have, it's up to you. It's up to you, Taurus. And some of you might feel a little confused about which option you should choose. For some of you, there are too many choices, or the choices feel equal, and you're not sure which direction you should go, which you should choose. And again, you do have this 8 of Cups here in your opening energy, that leaving something behind in favor of something else, moving away from something in an energy of power. And that may be where your options are coming in. What should I choose? Where should I go? What direction am I headed in? For some of you, it could be, what job should I choose? Where should I live? But now I'm also sensing for some of you who are really kind of on this spiritual journey, who resonated with the Ace of Wands and the message in week 1, I almost feel like a new world of spirituality is opening up for you, and you don't know what direction to go in. This is fascinating. This is interesting. That this 7 energy of wanting the answers, you're saying, oh, wow, there's this book, and there's this spiritual guru, and there's this belief, and there's that belief, and there's so many things, and it's like kind of all pouring into you. It's almost like you're attracting to you all of these directions you can go in, and it feels really good, but it can feel overwhelming. And I've been through that experience myself. Actually, I'm always going through that experience. I'm so fascinated with so many different things, and I just want to study them all and learn them all and make them all a part of me and internalize them. And I'm feeling that for some of you, my Taurus friends. Some of you are experiencing that also. But again, this card jumped out alone, so it is very general. So these choices, these directions, these options will be very different for each of you, right? But the guidance here is to trust your inner decision-making mechanism. What feels right for you. Not overthinking it, not getting your mind involved, but what feels right for you. Is it a gut feeling? Is it an intuition? Is it time spent in research? Time, and then the clarity comes. Is it waiting for that moment of stillness and then recognizing the right choice? Is it following your heart's desire and making sure you leave your thoughts out of it, your mind out of it? Don't let your mind talk you into or out of something. I mean, that really applies for most people, is don't let your mind talk you into or out of anything. You trust your feeling. This is again, the spiritual number of the 7, the Cups, feeling. The blue in the card, I'm just feeling, emotion. Trust your inner knowing to make the right choice. But you do have options. And I do feel good about them, my Taurus friends. So let's move on to week 3. Okay, Taurus, the cards have been shuffled for week 3. So what messages, what guidance do we have for our Taurus friends? Okay, Taurus, you have the Three of Swords reversed. Okay, not the most pleasant card, but keep in mind that my readings are not predictions. They're more like guidance. So it's not saying that you are going to experience something disappointing. And actually, I'm feeling with it in reversed that this is about past. Yes, okay. Yeah, this is about past pains, past hurt, disappointments. Okay, so it may not necessarily be romantically, but it could be. But basically, someone broke your heart at some point in the past. And I feel like it comes up for you now and then. Now, when I say someone broke your heart, again, it may not be a romantic relationship. It may be that someone really disappointed you. Someone let you down. Someone wasn't there for you. Someone betrayed you in some sense. So it could be a friend. It could be a family member. This is the only card that jumped out. It'll be different for each of you. Yes, for many of you, it probably is a romantic partner who either betrayed you or hurt you or left you, and it left you heartbroken. But I'm feeling that there is something that comes up for you time and again, and you need a reminder to let it go, to let it go. The number 3 is about creation. And this is about creating a new, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's like right there. What is the word? It's about creating a new, all right, for lack of a better word, I'll say a new way of being. Creating a new understanding of these experiences. Okay, so Taurus, these heartbreaking disappointments in life are something that when you came here, you knew you would experience now and then, because these negative experiences are part of our expansion. They are clarifying experiences. They allow us to clarify what we don't want, which really helps us in a major way clarify what we do want. So if someone hurt or betrayed you in the past, you now know that you desire someone who's going to be true, be there for you, be supportive. You have clarified the type of person you want in your life, for example, right? Whether you know it or not, you have clarified that. And when you recognize that negative situation for what it is, a clarifying experience that is going to bring you expansion, you can let it go and leave it where it was in the past. But so many of us are only caught up in the experience, and we carry it with us, and we let it repeat through our minds, through our emotions, as if it's happening right now. And it affects our vibration. So, if this doesn't resonate with you at all, if you don't need this reminder, Taurus, feel free to go to the timestamp and move on to week 4. But some of you out there need this reminder, or maybe even need to hear this for the first time, some of you, that when you keep repeating a negative experience in your mind, when you start thinking about it and you get that momentum going, to your body, it is just as if it is happening again now. So it's not good for your physical body, but it is also not good for your vibration and your point of attraction. So now you start vibrating at that sad, painful level, and that's where your point of attraction is at. It's low. And you will attract to you the essence of that vibration. So you will attract more unwanted negative experiences to you. whether they are relationship related or just, running into negative people during the day and things just not going your way. Whatever it is, that's where your vibration is at. So I'm really feeling that some of you need to be reminded that the negative experiences of the past need to be left there. They do not serve you any longer. You got your clarification. That person was, a scoundrel, and I don't want anyone like that again. I want someone who is nice and supportive and kind and loving. You clarified that already. You know what you want out of that experience. You need to focus on what you want and let go of that, because that person, that experience was there for clarification. So you can clarify more specifically what you desire and focus on that and take that expansion and run with it. If you continue to dwell on it, then that you're not allowing yourself to live up to the expansion that your inner being, your higher self, has experienced. You need to go with that. You need to line up with your inner being. And you'll know you're aligned with your inner being when you're feeling good, when you're feeling positive, when you're focused on what you want. Because your inner being has left that experience behind. But the human part of you often does not. And I feel like these negative thoughts and experiences from the past keep coming back. I also just got the feeling for some of you that this is guilt over something you have maybe done or been a part of. And even if you didn't do it on purpose, there's like this sense of guilt over something. That is a wasted energy and emotion. And again, it's the same as if someone else did something to you. It was a clarifying experience. Wow, I don't like that I was involved in that, or I don't like that I reacted that way, or I did that. I want to be better. Okay, the part you're supposed to go with is the expansion of I want to be better, and whatever better means to you. I want to be kinder. I want to be more considerate. Whatever it is, you need to go with that expansion and leave this behind. This does not serve you any longer. It's time to let it go. Be done with it. Recognize it for what it was and move forward. Okay, let's reshuffle and move on to week 4. Okay, Taurus, the cards have been shuffled. We're ready for week 4. While I was shuffling, the sun jumped out, so I hope that is a good omen. So what do we have for Taurus? There we go. We have, again, 1 card here and another 7. Another 7. Ooh, I just got a really strong feeling here for some of you. Okay. For those of you who are resonating with this on a spiritual level, and when I was talking about you attracting new spiritual information and knowledge and understanding and like it's just all coming at you, and whom should I listen to? What should I read? Okay, I really just got the feeling here that you are collecting information. Now, it also applies, I'm feeling, to those of you who might be researching places to live or jobs to take. I'm really feeling like you're taking in information. You're gathering up all the information. So whether this is on a spiritual level or this is related to, again, a big decision you're making, what you're moving toward, you're leaving something, you're moving towards something else. You might feel, I'm feeling like a lot of you are stable in the walking away part, and you're still gathering information about the direction you want to go in. So yeah, I'm really feeling here that some of you are leaving, again, for example, a job, and now you're gathering up all the information, the researching of the positions that might be available, the options that you have Others are researching where they want to live, looking at maybe specific cities or even specific, homes or apartments or what have you. And then others are looking at all of the spiritual options, all of the knowledge and understanding that's out there, and sorting through and thinking, what is right for me? What is right for me? There are so many different paths to alignment, to that feeling at one with who you really are, to that lining up with your higher self. There are so many pathways there. And I really don't think that any of them are wrong, but some of them resonate with, one person, and others resonate with another. And that's really just how it is. And sometimes something that doesn't resonate with you today, you might come across it in 5 years and say, wow, I remember this, but it didn't click back then. But now is the right time for me. Now I get it. So that's what I'm sensing here for a lot of you. But again, we have this spiritual 7 here. This desire to understand. This desire to research. This desire to analyze. So I really love it that whatever it is, whether you're gathering up information about a job, where you want to live, or your spiritual path, your spiritual advancement, expansion, whatever it is, I really like this. It makes me feel excited for you. I feel like there is so much out there for you to learn, to experience, and you're just like kind of like gathering it all up, like as I'm saying this, I'm moving my arms as if I'm gathering things to me. I can picture some of you almost sitting in like one of those little private library booths, like those little study carrels, with a whole bunch of books out and pages open, and you pouring through to kind of like take in everything. I feel like you're a sponge and you just want to take everything in and internalize it. So, wow, my beautiful Taurus friends, I love this energy for you and this message for you. And I'm feeling as you move into the next month that you're going to like continue this journey, continue this amassing of information and knowledge. And so the things I said were just examples. I just feel like you are attracting and drawing into you and gathering up information, knowledge, understanding in whatever field or whatever area it is for you. But it feels really good. It feels really good. It feels expansive, and it feels like you're going somewhere with it. Okay, my beautiful Taurus friends, that's it for this week. Let's move on to additional messages. Let's see if we can get a Law of Attraction card for our amazing Taurus friends. Oops, we have one. Okay. I can create my world as I choose. You are here to create the world around you that you choose, while you allow the world as others choose it to be, to exist also. But while their choices in no way hinder yours, your attention to their choices does affect your vibration and therefore your point of attraction. Okay, you know what? This is basically saying live and let live, because you are here to create your experience through your vibration, through what you attract to you. Sure, you can get out there and physically effort and try things, but if you're not in alignment with it, it's not going to go smoothly. It's not going to be as much fun. When you take that action, you want it to be because you attracted something to you. You attracted the inspiration to take the action, or you attracted a person or an experience that brought something to you that makes you want to take action. you want to do that within alignment. So you are creating your own world. But so is everyone else. And when we get caught up in what's going on around us, whether it's the people close to us or we're watching the news, when we get caught up in the experiences that other people have chosen to create for themselves, it can affect our vibration. I mean, if we feel good about it, well, okay, then it affects us really well. If we feel happy for someone, that is a really high vibration, and that is good. Keep that vibration going. But if you are looking at others and feeling judgmental or feeling negative about their choices, about what they do, then you're only affecting your own vibration. You can't vibrate for them, so your negative focus on what they are doing is not going to change them. It's only going to bring your vibration down. It's always only going to force you or cause you to attract negative experiences to you because you are bringing your own vibration down. So basically what this card is saying, live and let live. You live your experience, allow others to live theirs, and that will add to your vibration being high. When you can be fine, more than fine with other people's choices and other people's experiences, that is a high vibration. When you can be happy for other people, that's even higher. So when you see someone else living something that is unwanted to you, you can glance at it and say, okay, I don't want that. That's not for me. But then turn away and look at what you want. Don't get caught up in what they want. Don't get caught up in their experience. They might even be living an unwanted experience. Don't get caught up in their unwanted experience. Turn and focus on what you want and your desires. Okay, let's pull an Angel of Light card. And remember, live and let live. So let's pull an Angel of Light card for you, my beautiful Taurus friends. These cards are bigger and more awkward and not as easy to shuffle. In that case, you would think one would have jumped out by now, right? Oh, wow. Holy, that really jumped. That really jumped. Okay, clarity. Oh, I love clarity. I love the feeling of clarity. I love being clear. I love it. I love it. Ooh, clarity. Angel wisdom reminds you that a busy, cluttered mind is a sick one, and a still, clear mind is a divine one. Allow the wisdom in your heart to radiate out and dissolve the chatter of your mind. Know that your angel has drawn this to your attention and is waiting to help you in your task. Sit quietly so that you can find the stillness within. Then you can shine a pure, clear light onto every area of your life. In the clarity of this light, the angels will reveal a new way of being. You will see things differently and be able to make decisions from strength and clarity. My mind is quiet, still, and clear. Okay, so we know that this month does involve decisions, and you want to be clear about it. And I'm really sensing as the month goes on that you do gain clarity, but you really might want to come back to this card and remind yourself about this, because you did have at the beginning of the month that Eight of Swords, which was a lack of clarity. That was a busy, cluttered mind. That was, in a sense, as this card puts it, like a sick mind, sick with negative self-chatter, sick with negative expectations and self-limiting beliefs about yourself and your situation. And I feel as you move through this month, you gain clarity. Okay, so I love this message for you. It really meshes with this month of moves, making big moves and choices and directions and options and all of that. I love this. Okay, so sit quietly so you can find the stillness within. Really try to meditate. Take some time to quiet your mind by maybe listening to a ticking clock is something that I enjoy. Listening to a guided meditation. For those of you with busy minds, a guided meditation might help because you can focus on what you're being guided to focus on. Whatever works for you, if you can start your day with that, that really does help lead to clarity throughout the day. So I think this is a really, really positive way to end this message. And my dear Taurus friends, I really want to thank you for joining me here at High Priestess Influence. I want to thank you for all the love and support. It's really appreciated. I'm so happy that you were with me. I hope you have found some value in these messages. I hope you found some messages that resonate with you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, my beautiful, powerful Taurus friends.